What if I told you that the exact same salary can feel like a fortune in one place and a straitjacket in another? That where you live could shave years off your path to financial freedom. In 2025, that's more true than ever. You might be earning $70,000 or $100,000. But in State A, you're drowning in rent, utilities, taxes. In State B, you're saving, investing, and gaining back your time. Which one would you choose? Stick with me, because in today's video, I'm unveiling the top states where your paycheck stretches farthest in 2025, where your salary buys you time. And yes, you'll see a few surprises. Also, if you haven't watched my video, I'll link it here now. That one's essential to avoid financial traps if you move. Welcome to Money-Making Mindset. Let's dive in. Before we start, a quick framework. When I say a state lets your salary buy more time, I mean that after covering necessities, housing, utilities, taxes, insurance, groceries, transport, more of your income is left over to save, invest, or reduce debt. It's net disposable income adjusted for cost differences. Number 10. Mississippi. It's no secret that Mississippi consistently ranks at or near the bottom in cost of living indices. World Population Review lists its cost of living index at about 83.3, with housing especially low. World Population Review Housing and Rent. Home prices are deeply discounted compared to national averages. Even metros see relatively low valuations. Taxes. The state income tax is moderate, and many local jurisdictions keep property taxes low. Other costs. Utilities, groceries, transportation in rural parts tend to be cheap. Healthcare is more stretched, fewer facilities in rural counties. So that's a trade-off. Why it helps your paycheck. In a state where housing is so inexpensive, you can rent or own for much less, freeing a large portion of income for saving or investing. That extra becomes time not spent overworking just to cover your bills. But yes, you will sometimes sacrifice convenience, access to amenities, or commute lengths depending where in Mississippi you settle. Number 9. Arkansas. Next up, Arkansas. Ranked among the cheapest states in 2025 by multiple sources. Oregon State University blogs. Housing and utilities. Median home values and rental rates remain below national averages. Utility costs are lower, especially in rural and small-town areas. Taxes. Arkansas has a state income tax, but at lower brackets, and property tax burdens are generally manageable. Healthcare and insurance. Costs are modest, though some rural areas have fewer options, which can increase travel or special provider costs. Why it helps. Compared to many states, your fixed costs are low, so your salary can go further into investment, emergency funds, or a side hustle. Many people relocate from high-cost states to Arkansas specifically to stretch income. The bigger trade-off is urban opportunities. Large metros are fewer and further between. Number 8, Alabama. It often appears on most affordable states lists. Extra space storage. Housing/real estate. Median home prices are low, especially outside big cities. Even in Birmingham or Huntsville, you'll find deals relative to national averages. Taxes. Alabama has income tax, but also some credits and exemptions. Property taxes are comparatively low, especially on owner-occupied residences. Utilities and insurance. Costs are moderate, though tornado zones or coastal areas may have insurance hikes. Why it helps. After housing and utilities, many people in Alabama can redirect much more of their income to growth, paying down debt, building a portfolio. Trade-offs. Some rural areas have limited amenities or internet access. Public transport isn't strong statewide, so car costs matter. Number 7, Iowa. Often flying under the radar, Iowa offers surprisingly good value for paychecks. Housing/real estate. Affordable housing is common outside the top metro areas. The cost of living is modest. Taxes. Iowa has a progressive income tax, but deductions and incentives help, particularly in less dense areas. utilities, transport, and insurance. Transportation distances can matter in rural parts, but overall costs are reasonable. Insurance, auto home, tends to be stable. Why it helps? In Iowa, many workers find their disposable income is meaningfully higher after essentials. That gives you breathing room for investments, career changes, or side projects. Trade-offs. Access to large tech or specialized jobs is more limited. Depending on location, winters may increase heating costs. Number 6. Tennessee. A state many covet for its favorable tax environment. No income tax on wages. Tennessee is one of the states that does not tax wage income. That immediately boosts net take-home pay. Housing and living costs. Outside major urban areas, housing remains quite affordable. Other costs. Utilities and insurance are moderate. Healthcare is generally accessible in larger metro zones. Rural areas may have constraints. Why it helps? Eliminating state income tax is a powerful lever. When combined with low housing costs, Tennessee allows more of your salary to funnel into wealth building. Trade-offs. In fast-growing metros, Nashville, Knoxville, housing demand is increasing. Traffic and living costs in those areas are creeping upward. Number 5. Oklahoma. It scores strongly on the cost of living front. NorthAmerican.com housing/real estate. Very affordable in many parts of the state, even in urban centers. Taxes. Oklahoma has a state income tax, but not exorbitant. Property taxes are lower in many local jurisdictions. Utilities, insurance, and healthcare, often lower than national averages. Insurance rates vary depending on region, e.g., tornado risk zones. Why it helps? With lower fixed costs and decent job markets in many cities, Tulsa, OKC, your leftover income is substantial. That translates to extra time, either in work flexibility or more time for family, learning, side hustles. Trade-offs. Some rural sectors have fewer economic opportunities. Local public services may lag in less wealthy areas. Number 4. West Virginia. Often overlooked, but it offers strong value. Housing. Very low prices, especially in non-metro areas. Taxes and incentives. Income tax exists, but many deductions and credits exist. Property taxes tend to be low. Utilities and insurance, mixed depending on terrain and remoteness. In mountain areas, heating and transport can be more expensive. Why it helps? In West Virginia, many people find the ratio of income to cost favorable enough to invest aggressively or eliminate debt early. Trade-offs. Job markets are more limited, and amenities/healthcare in remote counties can be constrained. Number 3. Missouri. According to Missouri's economic research data, its cost of living index in Q2 2025 was 89.0, placing it among the lowest cost states. Merrick.mo.gov, housing/real estate. Quite affordable, especially outside main metros. Taxes. Missouri has a state income tax, but many local jurisdictions offer incentives. Property tax burdens are moderate. Utilities, transport, and insurance. In many parts of Missouri, these costs remain below average. Why it helps? Missouri offers one of the best balances. Low cost of living with access to metropolitan centers, St. Louis, Kansas City, and educational/career opportunities. That combination means you can live affordably without entirely sacrificing opportunity. Trade-offs. In popular metro fringes, housing pressure is rising. In rural zones, services, internet healthcare may lag. Number 2. Kansas. Often underrated, but it delivers for paycheck stretch. Housing/rent. Outside major spots, property is inexpensive. Even in bigger cities, prices are relatively tame. Taxes. Kansas has a state income tax, but with moderate rates. Property taxes and local taxes vary but are manageable. Utilities, insurance, and transport. These are generally below national averages in many areas. Why it helps? Kansas offers a sweet spot. Lower costs, steady infrastructure, accessibility to job markets in neighboring states. Many who relocate from coastal or high-tax states find their disposable income leaps upward. Trade-offs. For high-paying niche jobs, you might need to commute or hybrid work. Some rural towns have less access to specialized healthcare or amenities. Number 1. Oklahoma. Median home price, around $185,000. Property taxes, very low, about 0.9%. If you're considering relocating or optimizing your finances, here's your next move. Watch my video, link is here, gesture, link. It reveals the traps that eat your income silently. If you like this breakdown, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss state-by-state analyses, cost of living deep dives, and wealth-building strategies. I'm Money Making Mindset, where we decode how your money really works across America. Until next time, may your paycheck buy you more time.